There are many advantages to PC gaming, but it's not usually the first thing that comes to mind when it comes to couch or casual gaming. However, what if you could have both great graphics and flexibility? The best part? This can take as little as 5 to 10 minutes to set up for yourself. This is more than just connecting a controller and loading Steam Big Picture mode. This is a viable option, but it has some drawbacks, such as it isn't as intuitive to add and maintain non-Steam games. The solution I'm about to reveal is a bit more elegant. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. You will need, of course, a gaming computer. I'm going to be using my Alienware laptop, since my desktop is very heavy. I don't want to be carrying that downstairs, although that could work as well. I have this nice little space in my TV cabinet to place and hide the wires. Oh, and don't worry, I will discuss a way to lock and unlock your system, so you don't need to compromise on security by removing your password. You will then need a gaming controller, preferably a wireless one. You can even use a PS5 controller if you wanted to. I'm going to be using a DualShock 4 controller I have lying around, since there are some advantages to using PlayStation controllers, which we'll cover later on in the video. If you're using an Xbox or PC controller, then I'll put a timestamp when necessary to skip forward a bit, since there is little to no setup needed. Once you have your system of choice, go ahead and download and install an application called Playnite. This has a nice full screen graphical user interface and support for controllers as well. You can then import your games from your existing libraries across various game launchers. Yes, I know SteamOS or Bazzite can sort of do this, but a lot of people still need to use Windows for whatever reason, and there are many anti-cheat games that only run on Windows. If you are using an Xbox or PC controller, feel free to skip ahead to this timestamp here. If you're using a PlayStation controller, you will need to install an application called DS4 Windows. This will allow us to install the required drivers for Windows and even make it think it's an Xbox controller, which can improve compatibility for some games. You may want to save it somewhere, such as your Documents folder, since this program doesn't get installed as such, but the drivers from it do. We will need to create a task on Task Scheduler to open this program on startup later. Upon setup, simply select if you're using a PlayStation 3, 4 or 5 controller. Install the VIGEM bus driver. You may also want to install the hide driver, which hides the controller from other apps running on the system. Some games may think you have two controllers and may not work properly. If you have any issues, then feel free to remove it. It's also worth noting some anti-cheat games such as Valorant don't like it and won't load. If you haven't done so already, connect your controller to your computer via Bluetooth and open DS4. Navigate to Settings, then hide DS4 controller. Next, go to the Profiles tab at the top, select Default and then Edit. On the left hand side, look for the Special Actions and create a new action. Locate the PS button on the left hand side and tick it. Click on the Select action. Launch a program. Set hold to 1 second. Finally, select Browse and locate the Playnite application. I'll put the path on screen here. Then select Save. You may have to ensure you use the Playnite full screen option though, otherwise it will do the desktop version, which doesn't work with the controller. Ensure the new action is ticked and remember to select Save at the top to apply the settings. Lastly, we will need to tell DS4 to open on startup with the highest privileges. Go to Start and type in Task Scheduler. Right click and select Create New Task, not Basic Task. Give it a name and then check Run with Highest Privileges box. Go to Triggers, New, then select at Logon, then OK. I have mine for any user. Go to the Actions tab, New, start a program under Action, then Browse. Locate the DS4.exe file. Press OK, then OK again to save your new action. You can then restart your computer and test this out by pressing and holding the PS button on your controller for 1 second. If you have an Xbox controller, you may want to consider using a program called JoyXoff to map Playnite to the Xbox button. Alternatively, you can have the full screen version of Playnite open on startup. This can't be done the usual way since you will need to open the full screen version of the app. Just give me about 30 seconds or less to walk you through it. Firstly, look at your keyboard and hold down the Windows button and press R. Then type in shell:startup. An Explorer window should open. Next, open another Explorer window and navigate to this directory. Right click on the Playnite full screen application, then create a shortcut. Drag and drop the shortcut into the startup folder, and that's it. You may be wondering, what if I want to lock my system or wake it up? You could get a Windows Hello fingerprint or webcam to unlock your system without a password if you want. Assuming you don't have that already, of course. This is an optional step, but Windows even has the option to automatically lock itself when you walk away. You will need to connect your phone via Bluetooth and enable dynamic lock under sign-in options, which is ironic since you can't use it to unlock your PC, just lock it. So you'll have to figure out your own way of unlocking the system. If you have a gaming laptop, especially an OLED one, I would go into the display settings and only show the display on the external screen to avoid any potential issues down the line. And it may make things a bit easier anyway. And for the little cherry on top, you may want to auto hide the taskbar for an even cleaner look. Alright, it's time to play some games. Let's try this out. As you can see, this works really well. It's not perfect by any means because we still have Windows running under the hood, and some games may require extra tinkering, but this really does feel amazing. You're probably wondering, what if I need to use a mouse? Well, if you have a PlayStation controller, you can use the touchpad as a mouse. How cool is that? Alternatively, you could get this cool Bluetooth keyboard and mouse device. I'm able to play games really well using this solution, and it runs nicely on my 4K TV with my RTX 5060 laptop. I'm only playing at 60Hz, so I'm not really bothered about frame rates. I hope you found this video useful, and if you have any tips or questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. If you liked this video, why not check out one of my previous videos here. Thanks for watching, enjoy the rest of your day, and God bless.